Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday, and we are here yet again for another episode of Those Natural Ones. Thank you all for joining us. Almost on time for one. It's not quite, though, because us. Couple announcements. One, quick. Like, subscribe, share, follow, friends. Tell them, us. We are here. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Trovo, Twitter, something like that. Anyway, I'm rambling. Second thing, next Friday is our in-person live sitting around a table month of whatever month this is, May, June, May. God, I suck tonight. Sorry, it's been a really long day. So
time is a flat circle.
Time is a flat circle. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Next Friday, our live in-person show from Stream Dad Studios. 6:30 Friday. Join us. I think that's it. I butchered those completely, but
next month.
Yes, Emery.
Next month, we have a special 1 of 2 episodes in person. Skyrits. Or Sky Pirates. Get ready for an adventure in the cerulean skies.
Indeed.
Cerulean, is that just a fancy way of saying blue?
Yes.
Or is it
Yes,
a
it is.
pirate way? Cerulean.
Get ready for the cerulean journey in the skies. Arr. Yarr.
Fantastic.
Yeah, get ready for a lot of that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And Emery is DMing again, so I get to play. Yay.
Give you a break.
Give me a break. I get to play. So, I think that's it. Am I missing anything? Nope.
Yeah.
We're not on Kick right now.
Yeah, I know. Kick's still broken.
Okay.
Dang.
So, sorry, Kick. You're not working right. I don't think they can handle the fact that I bumped everything up to at least 1440. So,
Get on our level, Kick.
get on our level. Come on. Anyway, Sam, what are we doing? What's going on?
So I don't know what we're doing now, but I'll tell you what we did before. Last session, at the very beginning during the night, Arnon cased the orphanage address he found in the Chantry records. Butch dreamed of wings flapping, a shadow blotting out the sun, and an army of illithids marching on a city. He saw the wings become a large black dragon before 5 mind flayers pulled him under. Then he woke up. Thank God. The party had a conversation over breakfast and then went armor shopping. After a time, we went to report to General Calliope. Rain and Hymir were also in attendance. Calliope shared that our efforts to poison the Weld army encampment was successful, wiping out nearly 80% of their army. She also revealed that she was able to reach her brother Casil via message. The session ended with the party describing the nightmare that Gwen relived over and over during her time in hell. Hymir reveals that not only is Gwen's mother alive, but the memory was real, and Gwen witnessed her mother die to a mind flayer while coming to Gwen's defense. A young Gwen requested help forgetting, but now it seems to be coming. I believe we're still with General Calliope on the 12th day of Chris.
Indeed. So, you have just gone through this whole realization with Hymir, Calliope, and Rain sitting in attendance, just kind of looking as stunned as the rest of you. So, what would you all like to do?
I'm in need of more spells.
I need some air. That sounds great.
Butch is going to stick close to Gwen unless it looks like Gwen wants space with Gwen's person.
Just look at Rain and say, I'll be back.
Just kind of look back and say, I'm here if you need anything.
I'll go with Elric.
I have the money, so I'll go with Elric too.
All right. So that is.
Would anyone else like to come along?
I'm just going to go off on my own.
All right. So
I'm gonna-
Arnon's going off on his own. The rest of you are going with Elric. What are you doing, Gwen?
I was going to wild shape into a ferret. And no, what? No. Oh, never mind. Forget it. I'll save it when I can think of the name. Forget it. Forgot the name of
Marmot?
it. No. The
Varmint.
Yeah.
the smiling one. Oh
Uh,
God. Not a kinkajou.
Kooka.
I want to wild shape into a Kooka because that looks happy, and Gwen doesn't know what she's feeling right now, and then she's gonna hop on Butch's shoulders and just point her body towards Elric, like, let's go.
All right,
Oh.
let's go.
Yeah.
All right. So you all make your way to the glowing knife, I think. Was that the one?
Hold on.
The general magic item shop was the glowing knife.
Yes.
Cassia.
You know, you could have been an alpaca. I can still carry you.
So you make your way to
Butch
the...
is. Oh, I was gonna say Butch is gonna hear in his mind Gwen say, "Nah, it's good."
You make your way to the glowing knife. You enter. It's fairly empty at this point. I believe it was close to midday when you had that conversation with Hymir. The shop itself is fairly empty. You do see there is a tall, slender, elven woman standing behind a counter, kind of thumbing through a book. Long, like sandy blonde hair. She looks up at you with these piercing blue eyes, kind of gives you a half smile and says, "Hello, how can I help you all?"
I'm in need of spell scrolls.
Absolutely. Anything specific you're looking for, or do you just want to browse?
I would like to browse what you have available.
Okay, is there any specific level you're looking for? Or
While I am looking specifically for things of 5th level, I would also like to peruse the lower levels.
fantastic. 5th level spells, we do have 6 in stock right now. And she kind of walks you over to this cabinet holding these spells, and you get... She pulls out the first one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pulls out the first scroll and says, yes, we just got this one in. This is a animate object spell. Second one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, this one's been sitting here for a while. This is a transmute rock spell.
So since it's been sitting here for a while, do you have any discounts available for?
Well,
your
let's
current
get
spells?
through everything first, and then we'll talk about any kind of pricing on that.
Sounds great.
This third one is a spell called Contact Other Planes. I'm not sure if that would be something you'd be interested in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one is one called Legend Lore. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one over here is one called Skill Empowerment. And then finally we have one called... Ooh, this one is actually a really good seller. This one is called Bigby's Hand. We seem to sell quite a lot of these.
You perchance take special order requests?
What I can definitely look into it. What are you looking for?
I'm specifically looking for something called Steel Wind Strike.
Steel Wind Strike. That is not one that I have seen, but I will reach out to my contacts and see if I can't find that for you.
I appreciate it. With that said, what would be the going rate for these scrolls?
Well, most of these, especially, so the Transmute Rock one, we'd sell for about 1,500. The Animate Object, Contact Other Planes, Legend Lore, and Skill Empowerment would all be about 2,000 each. And then the Bigby's Hand would be about 3,000.
Interesting. Rhett.
Yes.
Would you...
We go to the side for this conversation.
I assumed.
Yeah.
Sidebar.
Thank you.
Yeah, sidebar. Just one moment, please.
Take your time. She kind of looks back and starts thrumming through. Is there anything anyone else is interested in while they're talking? No? Okay.
Do you have any magic items?
Foci
What?
or important
Foci?
focuses.
Foci.
Oh.
Do you have any foci?
Fuck I. All right. Going to their sidebar conversation real quick.
Yes.
Okay. So how confident are you that you'd be able to maybe get a favorable deal on at least a couple of these?
Well, I'm only as confident as my silver tongue, buddy. But I certainly think that I can have a conversation which will lead to some sort of discount. But I'm going to go for a polite route this time instead of a sarcastic route that I went last time. So we'll try a different approach today.
Right.
What are we attempting to buy?
So animate object can be particularly deadly.
Okay.
Like that.
And
that
that's
would
the
give me the.
$1,500 one, right?
2,000.
I believe so. Yeah.
That was 2,000.
Oh, which one's the 1,500?
Transmute Rock.
Transmute Rock. That's the one that's been sitting there a while.
Yes.
Let's see. Transmute Rock is the 1,500. Bigby's Hand is the 3,000, but the other one's
Yeah.
only 2,000.
I think that we should try to see if she'll bundle the $2,000 ones, because weren't there 3 $2,000 ones? 4.
Let's see. I believe it's yeah, 4 of them. Animate object, contact other planes, which seems timely. Legend lore and skill empowerment. Only a couple of those am I vaguely familiar with.
I think contact other planes is kind of a no-brainer, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that one's 2,000, and then so that for sure we want. Skill empowerment. I mean, that sounds useful. But
Skill
I don't know enough
empowerment.
about it.
I'm not too sure myself, but it seems, or at least it would imply, that I would be able to boost either my abilities or the rest of the party's.
Stealth check.
Do you care about transmute rock at all?
I already have stone shape. I'm not familiar enough with transmute rock in order to know whether it be of a benefit.
Maybe we circle back on that one later and see, and maybe if they still have it. But for sure, contact other planes and skill empowerment. What others do you want? There's animate object left, transmute rock, which we're kind of saying, let's wait on that. And then Bigsby's hand, and then legend lore.
Let's see. Legend lore. Let's see. Legend lore, if I remember correctly, would give me information on tales or stories that would be hidden or something like that. But that seems like something we would already go to Butch for.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we try to call my parents for that at some point if we need it. Maybe we use some of these contact other planes to call them. Even though we know that there will be some untruths in that, or stretching of the truth.
Hey, can Butch make
They're your parents. I trust you to deal with them.
Okay, fair.
Can I make a request?
Yeah, you're with us, right?
Yeah. Is there a spell that could make me like smaller?
A spell that can
Not-
make you smaller.
Honey, I Shrunk the
Not
Kids
of what
spell.
our list currently is, right?
Gwen has enlarged reduce.
Oh, all right. I'm
Or
good.
I can.
I'll go back to looking for a silver mirror.
So legend lore, let's say no to that one right now. Do you want to do you want animate object or Bigsby's? Big beast, sorry. Big beast, sorry.
Oh. Between the two, I would say animate object would probably be far more useful.
Like the movie Mannequin?
Maybe?
I don't know.
It depends on what I'm animating.
And for what purpose?
Indeed.
So I'm going to see if maybe they can do some sort of like buy 2, get 1 free. And maybe we can get all 3 of these for $4,000. I think that's a fair deal.
Or at least buy 2, get a third half off or something.
I mean,
I'm
who
going
else
to go
is
for
gonna wander
free
here
and
with
leave
a
us
whole lot of
room
gold?
for them to negotiate.
Right. Low ball, they highball, meet in the middle, hopefully.
Yeah. I think what's really smart is outwardly expressing our strategy, with the DM hearing all of it. So I think that that's really going to help us. All right. Yeah. So sidebar complete.
That's fine. I was only half paying attention anyway, so.
Sure. With your headphones that you can listen to us in the bathroom
Lies.
with.
Yes. So
Getting
you
ready to
all-
hose you.
Yeah. You return to this elven woman. She kind of smiles at you and says, "Okay, so was there any other questions or anything I can help you with?"
Yes, actually. So we were discussing what choices we might make. I'm sure that you can understand with many wars going on for many, many years, money isn't exactly something that we can throw around regularly. So would you be willing to, we're for sure we want to buy 3. Would there be any way that we could purchase 2 and perhaps get the 3rd for free or some sort of deal like that? I feel like that's reasonable. We certainly don't want, everything given to us or anything like that, but we'd like to, we've had a long journey so far, and these would be very helpful for us.
Make me a persuasion check.
I would like to help.
Okay. Maybe.
And
how would you help?
I would just add the words.
Pretty please.
Think of it as a heroic discount. Heroes of the realm, if you will.
Fantastic. Make me a persuasion check with advantage. Rhett.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
Oh my god. Double
Are you
14.
kidding me?
Double 14s were 19.
Okay. Well, after you say the heroes of the realm, she just kind of glances at you and she's like, "Wait. You're the team that led the fight to take back Kvachliev, aren't you?"
Yep, I'm a turtle.
Yeah, that's actually what gave it away. There's very few turtles here, and the ones that I have seen haven't been as menacing.
Careful to not knock anything over inside of the shop.
I was going to say imposing, but yes. So you're the team that helped free Kvachliev. Yeah, I think we can work something out. Which spells were you looking for?
Absolutely. We would like contact other planes. We've picked 3 that are all the same price.
Okay.
So again, we want to be fair with this. We just would like some help. So
Absolutely.
Contact other planes, animate object, and skill empowerment, all at 2,000.
Okay. Well,
So we're proposing 4 if you would be amenable to that.
with a 19, I'll tell you what I can actually do because of the fact that you guys have. I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say that the rest of the soldiers in the town and even some of the townsfolk have not already started talking about you. So, and the deeds that you guys have done. So, first off, I think personal thanks are in order for helping turn a corner in this war. We were starting to feel quite a bit of pressure here. So, thank you for that. And actually, what I can do is, I'll do you one better than that. I can actually give you those 3 spells. I can give you 4 of the spells, all 4 spells that we had at $2,000, for 5 total.
Done.
All right.
I mean, that's a $3,000 discount. So yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, we can absolutely do that.
And Elric, for you, we got and I'm sure you already have your notes, but contact other planes, animate object, legend lore, which was the other $2,000 one, and then skill empowerment.
So go ahead and mark off 5,000 gold, and Elric,
Yep.
you have those scrolls in your inventory now.
So that's animate object, contact other plane, legend lore, and skill empowerment.
Correct, sir.
Yes.
Noted.
Thanks to that 19-year-old.
Yeah, I just gotta double those 14s all the time. By chance, do you have an immovable rod? I lost a it was, very personally important to me. Or could you tell me where I might be able to find a new one?
That's a personal question.
Roll me a d20.
Okay. Don't do the Reddit way.
Every time.
I did it! Sorry, that was loud. Damn it!
Ooh, 7. She looks.
Never catch a break with these.
Lucky
She kinda-
number 7?
She kind of scratches her chin and everything, and she says, I don't, but I think I know where I can get one. And if you check back in about a week, I might be able to get one for you.
How much?
Let me contact my that word supplier, and I will check with you. I'm not entirely sure off.
Are you having supply chain issues?
I am.
Okay.
I don't remember off the top of my head, or well, I'll have to see what they're going to charge me.
Sure.
I know that the
course.
last one that I sold, which was quite a few months ago, I sold for about 5,000 gold. So,
Okay.
but I'll let you know when I hear back from them.
Okay. I'll think on it.
Is there anything else I can help you all with?
Do all you have is scrolls, or do you have any focuses or items that are used for casting?
I have all kinds of objects. What is there anything specific you're looking for?
Crystal ball or a silver mirror.
Yeah, actually, I have both of those items right over here. She pulls you over to a little glass display case back in the back corner, and you see a range of crystal balls, anything from a small little 3-inch diameter one up to, and then 3 or 4 varying in sizes up to probably a 9-inch diameter one.
Ooh.
So probably 3, 5, 7, and 9. Then on a bottom row below that, you do see 2 silver mirrors. One is significantly larger than the other one. One is the quintessential little hand mirror with the ornate metal designs on the back of it. The other one is more of a almost like a 12 by 12 square, almost one you would hang up over a sink somewhere.
Are there price tags?
No, there's no price tags.
No. Okay.
But you ask her, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, these balls range in value from 100 to 1,000 gold, and the mirrors themselves, the smaller one is about 500 gold, and the larger one is about 1,500."
Okay. And it just goes 500 and jumps up to 15?
For the mirrors, yes.
Or are there? I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's 2 mirrors. And one was, the small one was
Right.
500, the larger one was 1,500.
Elric, if I can get one of these focuses, I can use it to scry. That seems important, right?
You mean like one of these? And I pull out my crystal ball.
Oh. Is it worth at least 1,000 gold?
This one, absolutely not.
Okay.
Scrying
yeah.
could definitely help us.
Is that in our budget, guys? I don't know. Because if not, we can get one later.
How much is it again?
It has to be worth at least 1,000 gold. It could be a silver mirror or a crystal ball or a different kind of scrying focus.
I mean, I think That's fine. I mean, just for everybody to know, after the 5,000 we just spent, we're at 23,478. So I don't see a reason
That's
not to, but we do need to try to think of like another thing to make some money here soon, just so that
Yeah.
we stay comfortable.
We
Well,
got
the other
to fight another dragon.
yeah.
But I think that's fine. I think that's appropriate. That's going to help the group. So
It is. I'm looking for the human. Is it here?
The human?
Yeah.
Oh,
the only human.
Orpheus.
Yeah.
Yes, the human is there with you, I believe.
Yeah,
Orpheus.
He came along.
I'm just tapping my foot in the corner.
Come here, please.
When he gets close, I'm gonna hop from Butch's shoulder
Like,
to Orpheus's shoulder. As soon as he gets within.
You see this tiny little
Quokka jumping
Quokka with
distance.
this like permanent grin on their face jump on your leap on your shoulder.
With my new friend on my shoulder, I will walk up to Butch.
What? I'm gonna. Was it a great sword you have? I can't remember.
Yeah, let me double check. I think it's just a one-handed.
Yeah,
it's a long sword.
It's a long sword.
All right.
It's a magic long sword.
All right. So it's magic.
she said.
Yeah.
You see, he has this long. It's a single-handed long sword with a like obsidian black blade.
Right. I just wanted to make sure you had a magic weapon. You're equipped. All right.
Well, the one thing I did want
Yes.
to ask, if I do want to ask the shopkeep, do you have any wearables that are protective in nature, specifically against psychic damage?
Against psychic damage. Let me look.
Well, she's looking.
Yeah,
He's looking. While
Constant-
they're looking, Orpheus, can you learn spells from a scroll like the wizard?
Don't think so.
Oh,
If I'm not mistaken.
okay.
Sam, did Orpheus bring money in with him to the group? Like,
Uh,
I had like 10 gold in my
yeah,
inventory.
no, not really.
So yes, he did.
Soldier's wages.
sweet. Just curious. It's fine. It's fine. We'll do something to make some cash. Like, it's fine. Because we're
I
not
don't
going to
know.
get it off of my bar gig money because I just drink it away again.
I
So-
think Butch has
I mean,
spent
it's not like
everything
I
he
helped you save your friend from the depth of hell or anything, you know. Just
Oh no, it was literally just for information. like
Sure.
you stay forever. I just want to make sure that I'm properly keeping the ledger.
But no, please take my 10 gold.
has. No, I just wanted to
No,
make
keep
sure
that
this.
keep that as your pocket money. Just keep it as your pocket money.
So
In case you need some, you want to get some hard candy with Arnon.
let me see if
I
this
could use
is.
pocket money.
You don't have any pockets.
Oh no, I've got a bag.
I'm sorry. I'm
is
not
what?
there.
Yeah, he's totally not here. um,
You don't have pockets. I have a back.
A crystal ball would be good. Do you have any reliquaries?
Reliquaries?
Oh, the other thing. Apparently, I can summon a celestial if we wanted. But that's like another 500. We should probably save that for later. Think scrying. Information is always better to have.
So, to go back to Orpheus's question, go ahead and roll me a d20 real quick.
Okay. Is that /R? Is that the right way?
Yes.
$18.
She says, "Oh, actually, yes, I have. Give me 1 second." And she runs over behind the counter, goes underneath, and pulls out this small little ring box. And she kind of skips back over, or not really skips, but kind of jogs back over to you. She's like, "I did just get this in about a week ago." And she opens up the top of the ring box, and you see this jade just jade band. And she says, with this ring, I think wet. No.
Hey, jaded. So it's
This-
it's a jaded band.
Yeah.
And
Orpheus
it's just
blushes
Aerosmith
and
playing jaded over and over
Exactly.
again on repeat.
So this
Which is
band,
actually the entire 9 Lives album.
fantastic.
I love that
it.
song, by the way.
Yes,
That
it'll.
glad you brought
escalated
that up.
Anyway,
quickly.
this will give you resistance to any psychic damage. This would require attuning to the ring.
How much are you asking for it?
This ring itself goes. This is a fairly rare item, so it is rather pricey. We'd be looking around 7,500 gold.
Wow. Unfortunately, that may be a bit too much to ask of my friends. Can you do anything to bring that price down?
You can make me a persuasion check.
I don't think this is going to go well.
have
Let-
the bar
there-
do it.
Is there anything that like never mind. I'll ask after the persuasion check. I'll ask after.
Womp. 5.
She says to you, she's like, unfortunately, this is a pretty hot commodity, and there's not a lot of these in stock or around. So,
It's one.
May I ask a question? Just to see, is there anything we can do to bring the price down but also help you? Are there items that you're looking for? Do you trade at all? Like what are some other items that might be of value to you that might
I'm always
maybe not be as much value for us, but
Do you have side quests?
I'm always interested in magical items purchasing magical items. Anything that you find in your adventures, I'll definitely take a look at and see and if it's something that I think I can sell. Unfortunately, I've already had a couple people inquiring about this ring, so I don't think that there would be anything I could do to lower the price, seeing as how
Would you
Psychic damage is all the rage.
psychic damage is all the rage.
Would you have any interest in a trade or partial price reduction for a trade for a Pearl of Power?
My
Are you bargaining off the Pearl of Power that was...
Butch's.
Yeah.
I assumed it was mine, but
No.
if not, I will revoke that.
that's a loan.
Okay, I misunderstood. Pretend that Orpheus never said this.
All right. Fantastic. All right.
Well, guys, it sounds like mind flayers are in our future, but that's quite a hefty price. So I suppose I'll leave it up to you.
do you do like
And,
do you have any like rent to own options?
No, that's not really
Or
something...
like perhaps like a library. Perhaps we could borrow it and bring it back for a
that's
deposit.
Not really
Could we
something that I
make a deposit
do.
and bring it back?
Unfortunately, that's not really something that I do here. And like I said,
Okay.
this is an item that I've already
And apologies, I'm not trying to be insulting.
That's
I just
fine.
wanted to see what else
appreciate-
we could do.
I appreciate you asking, and I will never be offended by people trying to make a deal. However, with this specific item, like I said, I've already had multiple people put in.
Of course.
Interest
Why would you sell something for lower when you
Exactly.
can get full price? I can
And
absolutely appreciate that.
side note for all of you, just so you are aware, because I think there might have been a little confusion. Yes, mind flayers do psychic damage, but that's still not going to help you with the whole eating your brain thing.
You just
Right.
see the Kuoka mime as best as its tiny little fingers can do. So be like,
Oh no. Everyone. I do have the spell Intellect Fortress.
Oh.
That will help us should we be able to anticipate such an attack.
I have the
Actually,
spell Mind's
accidentally read
Palace.
about that today, so I actually know what that is.
Is that Mind Palace like Sherlock Holmes?
Yep, it's better.
Ooh, better.
It's
Well-
like the mentalist.
Assuming the ring is out of the question, do you have any other items, wearable, magical items?
Any specific type of resistance or anything that you're looking for?
Nothing in particular. Something affordable, though.
Magical protection on the cheap.
Now, just so that you know, we're not irresponsible with money. It's just one of those things where we've had a lot of quests that require expensive items. So we plan to frequent your shop. We just right now it's a little
Absolutely.
tight, but you know that's not forever. We'll certainly be future customers.
Absolutely.
I don't suppose you have membership cards or
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Yeah, like perhaps some really
Buy
cute
10, get one.
stamps, some tabaxi stamps, just like
Tabaxi stamps. I will definitely remember you, and the more you frequent, the more we can work out more deals.
I'm gonna like flip my contact information just like out of like the top of my shirt and just
Love
be
it.
and just like give that to her and wink
Nice.
and say nothing else.
I'm sorry, madam. What was your name again?
My name.
Cassia.
What did you say?
None ya business.
Isn't it Cassia?
No, this is a different person than you saw the last time. My name is Mira.
Letitia?
Mira.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Speaking
I'm
of mirrors,
I mean, I am looking, so it's good.
Speaking of
Ah, Spanish
And-
jokes.
can we buy that crystal ball there? So we can
Yeah.
scry?
Oh, yeah. I already took that out of the
Oh,
dollars. I'm
wonderful.
sorry. Yes.
fantastic.
So
Should I
yes.
put that on my character sheet or your character sheet? Or we should probably trade the hat back when we get the pearl.
Yeah,
crowns
I would
back
like to
and
have the hat back for
ship it-
sure.
Yeah.
So D&D question:
Yes.
if he needs something that's worth 1,000 gold and she gave him a discount for 800, does it still work?
Good question.
That's like a whole point of contention in D&D right now about
my
the BBEGs
Oh wait, did she give us a
inflating the
discount on
economy.
that too?
She did not. No. We're
Oh, okay,
we're,
good. I
We're
was
just
gonna
gonna
say.
go with right now. No. That's
Yeah,
like
'cause
this
we- 'cause
whole.
I marked out 1,000. So.
That's like this whole Reddit thing about how a BBEG could just inflate the economy with diamonds, so there was no diamonds worth 1,000 gold, so nobody could cast Revivify anymore. All
I
right.
just imagine the gods being that petty.
Got to keep the
Like
weebs happy.
Like, oh, no, you got it on a discount. It doesn't count.
We're on a mission for De Beers.
I'm going to say that's not how things work. All right. The Hat of Disguise is in your inventory, Rhett.
Yeah.
Hold on one second here. So there was that, and then you need the crystal ball in yours, which I'm not sure if I even have a crystal ball, but I will look for that. And then the Pearl of Power is what you're missing as well.
Yeah.
All right, which I think that's on Orpheus.
It's in my inventory right now.
Yes. So let me move that over here. Pearl of Power is, where did it go? Yeah, it's there now. All right. So let me delete it out of yours. All right, cool. So it is in your inventory and it is now attuned to you, Butch. And for now, just remember that you have that crystal ball. So, as you guys are doing all of this shopping, Arnon, what are you doing?
Wandering maybe the seedier parts of town looking for thieves' camp markings
Make me an
in
investigation.
this city that I'm unfamiliar with.
Make me an investigation check.
26.
Nice. So you walk a ways from where you are in the central area of town, it takes you a little while before you get to what seems to be more of a sketchier side of town. And what you are is you're down just inside the wall on the south side. There's a place called the Fields. And you start seeing more dilapidated buildings, more choked alleyways filled with, refuse and broken down.
But basically,
wooden
it's like
objects.
it's land that was managed by an HOA.
Yeah.
So it's like it has a really terrible name, like the Fields.
Yeah.
And then,
exactly.
but in reality, there are no fields. It's all concrete.
Exactly. So you walk through there, and you're walking around. You see quite a few people just kind of like hanging out outside. You see a couple taverns that seem to be very, very busy this time of day. People more or less like, busting out of them. They're filled so much. You walk down a few different side streets and alleyways, families, small children walking around, families of all different races. You come through this one dark alley with these like awnings overhanging on these like rickety kind of wooden buildings that seem to almost like sway slightly in the breeze. These 2-story hovels, I guess would be the best way to describe them. And then while you're walking down this one alley, coming across another cross alley with a small, like, well, very small well in the center of it. You look down, and on that well, you see a little bit of Thieves' Cant written, scratched into one of the stones of the well. Reading it, you do see a thing that says, it looks very, very old. It looks like it's been there for a while. Very worn down, barely legible. And you see a thing that says Sanctuary North.
I guess I'll wander north.
All right, so you wander north and you make it about another block or two. And what you see is, again, more of these shacks, ramshackle shacks. These ones significantly smaller, like 1 or 2 room shacks, just kind of piled along this alleyway. You get about, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile before you see a cellar door, like one of the 45-degree angle cellar doors that with a large chain on it. Boards look a little dry rotted. The hinges and everything's quite a bit of rust on the hinges. And you do see Thieves' Cant carved in the very bottom left corner, right below the hinge, which to most people you wouldn't even really notice anything other than some scratches. But for you, since you've been trained in this, you do see a little bit of writing there that does translate to basically sanctuary.
Is it locked?
Yes. There's a chain wrapping. It's got the 2 doors, and in the handles, there's a chain wrapping around with a big, large pad, like heavy lock on it.
Oh, it's locked from the outside.
Yes.
Wow. Nobody's around?
You look around, there's a couple people farther down the alleys, but you don't notice there's nobody right up near you.
I'll pick that lock.
Go for it.
Pick that lock.
18.
Just imagining Arnon having a game show is actually really,
Yes.
really great.
So-
I feel like I really want him to be a host of a game show.
You
Wheel of Fish.
start picking this lock, and right when you start doing it, you hear like the sounds of footsteps coming down. So you kind of like turn your focus away from it for a minute and look up. You notice somebody crossing an alleyway along the other side. Come back to it, and you start feeling your lockpicks bind up, and you push a little bit farther, and you can feel the metal start to bend slightly in one of your picks.
That's not good. That's not good. Well, my secret knock knowledge won't do me any good since it's locked from the outside.
Uh-oh.
Is there anything else around
You see,
that I notice?
like this is on the side of a, like I said, it's on the side of a ramshackle little shack. There is a couple windows. There is a window into that shack that's slightly to the right of the cellar door. You do see a couple other buildings, a couple other little look like homesteads throughout the alley, but
So you said that when the wind blew the whole shack shimmies?
God damn it, I hate you. I hate both of you so much.
Son of a bitch.
Did you see what I put?
Yes,
Scott,
I
did you see
did.
what I put in the chat?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Wheel of fish memes.
And roof rusted.
Anyway,
And it all looks like old.
yes, everything.
Rusted.
Yeah.
I'll just make note of it and head back.
Fantastic.
Did that orphanage I checked out have a name?
You didn't notice a name.
Okay.
Just said orphanage. There was just a sign on the mailbox that just said orphanage. It didn't really have a name.
That's so additionally depressing. Not only is it an orphanage, but it's not like
That was closer to where we were hanging out, right?
No, you
Wasn't
guys.
very far.
You guys were hanging out pretty much in the center up here. I mean, the center citadel we're saying is right in this middle square right here in the map, and the place that you were at was right out inside of the wall. Like I would say, right near the.
Oh, so
D.
I'm down near the orphanage now.
Oh, the orphanage. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about where you are now. Yeah, the orphanage.
No, I'm at the orphanage.
I would say the orphanage was right near where the T is in that area. So you kind of walked slightly past it to get where you are now.
Are there any bars or anything close to this place where the thieves' can is?
You did notice there were a couple taverns that you did walk past that were extremely busy, but it's also, midday, probably going into about 2 p.m. So they're still hitting the tail end of their lunch rush.
I'll go to the closest one and order a drink, and I'll Aragorn it in the corner.
All right, so you walk through and you see, you go past this one. Oh my God, I hate this. Anyway, the closest one you find is one called the Bronze Bee Inn. You walk up and there's this kind of haggard-looking half-giant Goliath standing behind the bar. Missing like 3 of their front teeth, straggly, like reddish brown hair, kind of looks up at you, just kind of doesn't even really say anything, just kind of nods and grunts at you as you walk in.
Beer.
Grunts, goes back, pulls out a beer, slams it down on the bar in front of you.
Like I said, I'll find a corner and just watch the place for a little while.
All right. Was there anything specific you're looking for or watching for?
People that I would think might be in my former profession.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Yeah, 11.
It's really busy in there right now, and it's kind of hard to pinpoint anyone specifically because of how many people. I mean, this place is crammed. It's basically you can't even really find a place to sit. So you just kind of stand in the corner, kind of lean up against the wall, sipping your beer, and
Lunchtime is not the time for this work.
yeah, it's
Drinking by myself.
Yeah.
Oh.
you hear these loud cacophonies of conversations and yelling and laughter and a couple drunken people singing to themselves in a group, and it's like the Sweet Caroline chorus is over there in the corner.
Well, just a lot of buzz and,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I super hate it here right now.
Yeah,
So good.
so good,
what-
so good.
Caroline.
What does someone with Christmas 7 look like when they're standing sipping a beer?
What did you say?
And then the same people are like screaming requests for Piano Man.
Exactly. What did you say, Barry?
Oh, I'm just imagining what someone with Christmas 7 looks like standing in the corner
Oh, it's
sipping a beer.
Oh my god.
Scalpel.
They're losing their religion.
yeah.
Oh.
So, as you stand there, you stand there for a while. How long are you hanging out here?
I'm not going to be able to put up with this crowd for very long.
All right.
After noticing this is not the right time for this, I'll finish up and head out.
Fantastic. Are you going to meet back up with everybody? I hate that movie
you
so
know-
much.
I'm going to wander this neighborhood a little bit.
All right.
See if I see any urchins or homeless people about.
Okay. I mean, there's quite
Just
a
kinda
few.
get an idea.
You do see quite a few people that appear to be homeless, kind of like buckled down in some of the alleys. This is definitely the poverty-stricken side of town.
Okay. I see like an urchin, like a kid. I'll try to get their attention.
Yeah, you walk up and you are kind of walking through, and you do see this spot that looks almost like for lack of a better term, farmer's market area, right when you're getting kind of out of that more slums area, going into more of a more stable, financially stable district. You walk into this almost like farmer's market area where there's these stalls of farmers selling their produce and stuff like that. And you do see kind of sneaking out of the alley, you see this kid that's probably, 11 or 12, kind of sneaking up behind one of the stalls, and you see them kind of trying to like reach up and take a couple things off the stall while the merchant is talking to another client or another customer.
I'll just kind of creep around behind him, so I'm like a couple steps behind him in the alley when he turns around and runs.
All right, so yeah, you go ahead and make a stealth check just for shits and giggles.
Okay. I got my cloak on.
Yes.
26.
So yeah, you're able to sneak over there and kind of hang out in the shadows, and you see this kid like reach up and grabs you see 2 or 3 potatoes off the back of this cart and like shoves them in his shirt, and then turns around and starts running down the alleyway.
I just kind of grab him.
Oh shit. All right. Yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll for it because it's a kid.
We don't steal potatoes around these parts.
So
I don't give a shit about potatoes, kid.
you reach out and grab this kid by the back of the shirt, and he's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Shh. I'm gonna roll silver on my knuckles. I don't care about potatoes, kid.
You see him kind of.
There's an
relax a little
orphanage.
bit.
A couple of blocks up.
Yeah.
What have you heard about it?
Not a lot. I know that there's. They have quite a few kids there. They seem pretty nice from what I've heard. I don't know a lot about it.
They treat them good, or their stories about?
As far as I know, they seem to be well taken care of there.
All right. I'll hand him the silver.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Tell him to get out of here.
He just fucking kind of like smiles a little bit and just books.
I'll make my way back to the group.
All right. All right. So the rest of you have, after you did your shopping at the spell store, magic item shop.
There is one other thing that I'd like to look into that shop, and that's just spells level 1 through 4.
Spells level 1 through 4. Okay, let's do it.
And just knock that out.
All right. So
If there's anything
I am not
worth having.
I am not going to RP this because it would take forever. So for the sake of brevity, 6, 11. So we have. Okay, why can't I just get a list? Damn it! All right, so. Give me a second to get this list compiled.
At some point, I'm just going to build rollable tables for you.
I have. That's what I'm using.
Oh. See, you're already on it.
Yeah, every time I'm counting, I'm clicking through the table. Like when they're the higher level ones, I have a random scroll generator, and I just click through 10 times till I get to the next. 10 times that's the scroll, 10 times that's the scroll, so on and so forth.
That's efficient.
All right. Oh shit, hold on. I gotta start. Damn it. Oh, this table was not wizard specific. Damn. Hold on. I gotta start over again. Druid spells are not gonna help you.
Yeah, nope.
All right.
Magic shop.
Let's talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Solving all of our problems.
6.
You know, the real power is just being rich. I've just, I've noticed that, you know, so many problems.
Speaking of, guys, hey, support us everywhere from our link tree.
Isn't that a line from one of the movies where he says, like, what's your superpower? Batman is just like,
I'm rich.
I'm rich. Yeah, our favorite Justice League.
Yep.
Stop it.
No. This is, I feel like this is too controversial for us to talk about right now.
Our heroes include rich man, angry man, ancient woman.
Okay, here we go. So,
Speedy boy.
for the sake of brevity, they have 11 spells in stock.
11. Okay.
Detect Thoughts, Counterspell, Liamon's Tiny Hut, Magic Missile, Gentle Repose, Fear, Fog Cloud, Invisibility, Avard's Black Tentacles, Alarm, and Blink.
You should buy that beer spell. Beer sounds useful.
But we have the jug.
Yeah, but it's a beer on command.
Would you mind? I'm so sorry. Going through that list one more time.
Detect Thoughts, Counterspell, Tiny Hut, Liamon's Tiny Hut, Magic Missile, Gentle Repose, Fear, Fog Cloud, Invisibility, Avard's Black Tentacles, Alarm, and Blink.
I thought it was Everett.
You say tomato, and I say tomato.
You say tomato, and I say Everard.
I had a thought walking back that I'm going to change my direction when you're done there.
Okay.
I whisper.
Okay.
No, never mind. I don't need to whisper.
Just, trying to eliminate the ones that I already have. I already have Magic Missile.
You already have Counterspell, right?
I already have Counterspell.
You have
Yes.
Invisibility.
I do have Invisibility.
I'm gonna tell
Butch has
Butch
Butch has Tiny Hut.
That's right, I do.
Butch has Tiny Hut. Don't need that.
Gwen has Gentle Repose.
And Gwen
Well-
also is going to whisper or not whisper, but speak into Butch's mind that she can detect thoughts if needed. So he can share that if he wants, but
Creepy.
So that would leave you with Fear, Fog Cloud, Avard's Black Tentacles, Alarm, and
Oh.
Blink.
I already have Fear.
Oh, you have Fear? Okay.
Yeah.
So Fog Cloud, Avard's Black Tentacles, Alarm, and Blink.
All four of those seemed like they would help.
How much are they?
That is a fantastic question. Give me a minute and
Thanks.
I'll tell you.
By the way, earlier,
can-
did we ever answer the question? Did you have more protective stuff?
No.
Okay.
Can
No, you don't, or no, you didn't answer the question.
A thing can be two things.
Chris, can Magical Fighter Man cast spells from scrolls?
I
think
I think I get spells by leveling up as an Eldritch Knight, but I don't
Yes.
know.
Correct.
I don't think Eldritch Knights get a spell book.
No, I don't mean learn them from scrolls, but I mean
You can cast them from
scrolls.
scrolls, but the scroll incinerates as soon as you.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not an economic use.
Yeah, but when you need that invisibility spell, you need that invisibility spell.
I will stand so still. They cannot see me.
We can see you.
I am
Hey.
invisible.
So we would say Fog Cloud and Alarm were both 150 gold. Blink would be 300 gold, and Avard's Black Tentacles would be 750.
Do they have version 182 of that spell?
Son of a bitch.
Wow.
Yeah, that just happened.
Do we have a?
Only
Is there a
version
spell
180?
where we can turn a donkey into a dragon?
No.
Polymorph.
True.
So did Avard go to Havard?
Oh my god.
How we
let's see.
learn. The most expensive way to learn Black Tentacles is to go to Havard.
Is that where he learned the magic?
That's where you eat Havarti cheese.
Mm,
It's all relative.
It's a
It's
local
all
cheese.
relish.
Oh no, that was
Okay.
Gouda. That wasn't Havarti, that was Gouda.
Did you tell us the prices yet?
I did. Were you not paying attention?
I sure wasn't.
You know,
Fog,
stuff.
fog cloud and alarm were 150. Blank was 300, and Avard's black tentacles was 750.
750.
100. Would you be willing to
be
give us all 4 for 1,200?
Silver tongue, silver tongue, silver tongue, silver tongue.
I mean, that's not a terrible discount, so I'm not even going to make
Yeah,
you
it's
roll
only
for it.
150.
So yeah, 1,200 if you wanted all 4.
You guys good with that?
I mean, I'm good with it.
Great.
I mean,
Orpheus gives a sarcastic thumbs up.
Orpheus is in a mood today.
So you walk out of there with 8.
I'm broke.
8 spell scrolls, orb, and as you leave, where are you off to now?
what time is it?
At this point,
Is it real
after
time yet?
spending a little bit of time in there, you probably early afternoon, maybe like 2 o'clock,
Ugh.
3 o'clock, maybe.
How long were we in there?
You were in there. I'd say with all the shopping and everything, you were in there for about an hour.
Oh, okay. I've still got time.
Oh, in your Quokka form. Mm-hmm. All right. While you
I
guys
hopped back on Butch's shoulder.
While you guys
Okay.
figure out what you're doing next, Arnon, what we'll switch back to you. You were adjusting your course.
Yeah. The temple where Gwen was resurrected. What part of town was that in?
That was on the outskirts of town. I want to say it was on the west side of town.
West Side.
Yeah, it was right on the
West
out,
Side Story.
right on the outs, or that's the east side. This, maybe it was the east side. It was on the outskirts.
Oh no, was it the Jets or the?
Either way, it was on the outskirts of town where it borders into a forest. It was right where the trees start getting thicker.
Was it a temple district or was it like a solo one?
No, this was not in the town. This was outside of the town.
Do I know the temple district?
Roll me just a straight investigation or history check. You choose.
$25.
There is, you've heard of a few temples scattered around throughout the city. There's not like a specific district that they're all kind of clumped in.
So I know that Celestials are from Elysium. Or the upper plains.
I mean, you would know enough about the fact that they're from, or Celestials are typically found in the upper plains, not necessarily Elysium, but
Do I know what
any of the upper
plains. What gods are prevalent there?
Make a history check.
$14.
Now you're gonna make me look it up. You're looking for specifically Elysium?
Where I would think maybe my Celestials from.
Okay, Blessed Fields of Elysium.
Arden hasn't heard from her in a while, and he's kind of looking for a connection right now.
What kind of connection?
You're not too familiar with
Like 5G?
with which deities live in which deities live in which realm. you kind of studied more about the devils and undead. You haven't really had too much time to, or reason to focus too much on the deities yet. You know that, trying to pick one of these out. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into those a little bit more. But yeah, as of right now, no, you don't really know which ones reside in which plane.
Who's the... I can't remember his name.
Which god?
The one that's like light for a face.
Palor?
Yeah. Hey, Lord, is there a temple to him?
Yes, there would be a temple to Palor. That would be kind of out near on the west side of town, kind of out near the in that Westway area. Seeing as how Palor is the god of sun and agriculture, he would be worshipped mostly by farmers. So close to where all the farmland is, you would find a temple to Palor.
All right, I'll just go in there and I don't know, whatever they do, light a candle or whatever they do in there, and just like sit in one of the back rows and.
Sure. So it does take you about an hour or so to walk out there. And you do find this temple, this large stone and marble temple, large pillars everywhere. You see this sun symbol etched into the stone above this massive, like, mahogany double door. You walk in and you do see on the opposite wall, this large stained glass sun, light pouring directly in. You notice that this temple is actually set so that stained glass window is facing west. So once you get to this portion of the day, you see these like colorful mosaic filling out the entire floor and interior of this temple, as the sun shines directly through that stained glass window. You do see an altar at the front of the temple, or farther right underneath that stained glass window. There is an altar with this large bronze sun affixed on top of it. You do see a spot to right when you first enter. Off to the right, there is a spot with rows of candles if you would like to light one. And then there are a few patrons in here, but not a lot, as most of the worshipers would be currently working their fields this close to harvest and this time of day. But you are able to find a spot to sit and think.
And I'll just do that for a while, and if anybody bothers me, I'm going to leave.
Fantastic.
That's it.
All right. So, what are the rest of you doing?
Well, I'm looking forward to eating dinner and going to bed early so I can get up early and start my 24-hour ritual spell.
Fantastic. All right. Well, as you guys figured that out, we're going to go ahead and take our break because it is almost 10 o'clock. So we will be back in about 5 or 10 minutes to continue this, hopefully what doesn't turn into a 4-hour-long shopping session. So,
I was promised lore.
I was promised lore. We're getting there. Just you wait.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. All right.
I mean, how many more opportunities can Arnon give you for lore?
There's one specific one that's coming up shortly.
Now,
after the
it
break.
depends on what kind of lore we promised. Is it going to be like Data?
Yes,
like,
I knew
is
you.
Brent Spiner going to
Fucking
guest star?
knew you were coming there.
I need to watch Picard so bad.
I haven't watched. I've watched. I only
Everybody
watched the
says he's
very
great in the third
first,
season.
I only watched the very first episode and then never watched it again. But we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. Stick with us. Hello, we are back. Hi. Now,
Hello.
Hello.
before we left, hello. You all were leaving the magic shop. Arnon is eating the meat stick.
Meat stick.
Not a meat sundae, but a meat stick. That's the straw for the meat sundae.
Yeah.
So, Arnon, you at this point you would still be wandering over to the Temple of Palor. What are the rest of you doing? Is there anything else you wanted to accomplish, or should we just fast forward to the evening?
Does Butch have the bag of holding?
I don't know who has the bag of holding.
Rhett has the
Rhett.
bag of
I have
holding.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rhett, could you do me a favor? Could you store this old shield for me?
Of course I can.
Thanks. Go ahead and throw that shield in there.
Fantastic. It's just a standard old shield.
Just trying to reduce the weight.
So, if there's nothing else,
Put some meats and cheeses on it.
yeah. Arnon,
It's a serving tray now.
yeah.
Some
Arnon,
charcuterie
Yeah.
board.
as you sit there fairly uninterrupted for a while, for as long as you. How long would you like to sit there?
I mean, if people are leaving me alone, just until I'm looking for some type of an epiphany or realization or something, and I'm gonna sit there for a while and just think.
As you sit there, you can watch the sun start this whole mosaic of color start growing in size along the floor as the sun starts setting, and you see the colors kind of transform from this like pure white background to almost like golden hue as the sun starts cresting closer.
Watch that word. Watch
Nothing
the H
should ever
word.
be a hue.
No. It's a gradient, a color, a beautiful spectrum.
I saw a couple of people wince at that word.
At least
A golden hue. It's like, no, we don't need any like gear in different colors of hue. Like we're good. Like no hues.
So, what are the rest of you doing? Anything else today?
Dinner and sleep. Yeah, I'm
There-
dinner
there-
and sleep.
Can I?
There's a couple of things, but I'll let other people do stuff first.
Can I send Heimer a message?
Do you want to
I
send
still have the.
send him a message, or do you want to go find him?
Oh, I guess I can go find him.
I mean, it's up to you. You tell me what you want
Yeah, I mean that would be the more respectful thing to do, and I think Gwen.
to do. But is that really Gwen and Hymir's relationship?
No, but Gwen also wants him to know that she's not like. She doesn't hate him again, or
Okay.
she's never hated him, but maybe face to face would be a better
Okay.
thing to do.
Out of character,
So,
are we still planning to stay in the city for an amount of time? I know you got to do your rituals, so that's at least one more day, right?
Gwen's technically still in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna
but
be here
once
at-
he's done with his ritual, it'll be close enough that she could venture out.
Yeah, at that point you'll be at -1. So
Yeah.
Okay, so we should probably be here another 2 days, probably, as long as nothing catastrophic happens. Does that sound about right?
Are there any like odd jobs we can do?
Yes.
I was about to ask, like, maybe we should go find
James Bond style.
see if there's some bounties we can hunt down for some extra cash. At least the healthy members that aren't busy.
Yeah.
we'll get to that.
Gwen. Gwen, if you go to your father as a Quokka, maybe you'll get some charisma bonuses.
I think it would have. I think it would have worn off already. I guess I could just assume the shape again and scurry through the town.
Not that I have any way of knowing this, but you might get some points if you flew in as a raven.
Anyway, so
Really
Gwen,
pretentiously.
as you go out and find your father.
Where is he?
He is currently, at this point of the day, it's getting close to dusk. You find your father in the tavern near the central keep. This is kind of almost like an officers only style, like not a lot of commoners here. This is mostly a tavern that's mostly frequented by members of the military. You walk in and you find him as well, sitting there by himself in the corner with a book and a plate of food. You see a handful of other soldiers and people around.
Can I sneak in as a Kawaka and just try to see what he's reading?
Sure. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay. It would be with Kawaka's.
Do you know what the Kawaka stat is?
It would be
It's like
a
plus
plus
13, I think.
0.
Plus 0.
For stealth.
Fantastic.
So I guess just roll that flat.
I mean, they have no natural predators, so why would they need a stealth score?
Right. I mean, yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth.
7.
So you make it about you scurry in and try and sneak up next to the wall. You get a few feet away from Hymir and you just see him just snap the book shut and look down at you. What are you doing?
Can I see anything about the book before I just
Make a
say
perception
fuck it?
check.
Okay. 12.
It's a
These are
dark,
useless creatures.
leather-bound brown, like dark brown, leather-bound book.
All right, I'm just gonna pop out of Quoque form and sit down across from him.
Just kind of nods and looks at you and says, "Are you hungry?"
Not really. Thirsty, maybe.
Okay. I'm glad to see that your abilities are returning.
Yeah, I think it's it's been nice to not have to do much, I think. Except for be what that was, I guess.
Indeed. Hopefully you will get enough time to recuperate fully so that way you're not at any kind of disadvantage in what will inevitably be your next mission.
Yeah, think it's going to be fine. It's starting to come back to me, I guess, and then some, maybe a little. Definitely feel a lot different, I think. I needed to I left abruptly. I just needed to. I should have just sent you a message. I just needed to just say that I'm processing, and I'm not immediately upset with you about what happened or what you did, I guess, at my request. So
I appreciate that, and I do understand this is quite a bit to process. And I just want to reiterate that if there was any other way, I hope you realize that.
I mean, I'm sure there, I'm sure you had your reasons, and yeah, I guess I'm just getting used to all this new information, and then in this, I guess, and just frantically wave my arm back and forth, knock over a drink.
You see him kind of, the corners of his mouth kind of curl up, and he's like, at least I know that even through all of this, you still have not changed.
I would hope not. At least not for the worse. Maybe for the better. I turn to a bird and I fly away. Kidding. Can't do that. I'm out of wild shape. I can't do it. Just kidding.
You make the attempt and feathers start to fall, and it doesn't go all the way through.
I just get a lot
She
of feathers.
starts to like
in
try to
his
sing
drink.
like I'm like a bird, thinking that it's just gonna come out like tweeting, but then she can't do it, so she's just like like yell singing.
I want to fly away.
Like
I
right now.
want to fly away.
Like for real.
It's not.
Excuse me.
Damn it.
I got to get away.
This doesn't normally happen to me.
Oh god.
Anyway,
Oh my god. No.
Premature flocculation.
What, your feathers are ruffled after that?
moving on.
Are we?
I'm trying to.
Because this is great. Like I'm having a great time.
If I try to detect thoughts on Hymir, not that I'm going to, but if I were to, he's gonna know either way, right? Or can I get surface level stuff without him knowing?
You would be able to get surface level thoughts without him knowing. It's not until you dive deeper. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. So yeah, you can get surface level thoughts without him realizing it.
Okay, I wanna ask him if he intends to find my mom, and I want to detect thoughts when I ask the question. Just surface level.
So you ask him that, and he kind of stops for a second, and verbally what he says to you is, if she is alive, I mean, clearly your Butch informed you that she is alive, so any information that she has could be valuable. On the surface level thoughts, you hear, a couple, like, very sporadic jumps back and forth from... But you get the idea through this... It's very odd for you to detect your father's thoughts for the first time, because you grew up with this very stoic, very determined, everything had a point, everything had a purpose. He did not make a move or say anything that wasn't predetermined. For the first time, glancing into his thoughts, you almost feel a sense of chaos that you never would have expected from your father. You see these thoughts jumping back and forth from different, in different patterns, in different trains of him thinking about. You get an idea about a quick glimpse of when she left. You get a quick glimpse of Butch telling him. You get thoughts of, like, very shallow thoughts of, well, she could have gone this way or she could have gone that way, and almost like a detective style trying to piece together the string map of these different places of where she could have left from him. So you get the idea that this is not only something that he's planning on doing, but something he's already started trying to find.
And what did he say out loud to me?
That he said out loud that clearly Butch has told him that she is still alive, and any information that she has could be very beneficial. So, and if she is truly realizing that she is working for the wrong person, then maybe we won't have to look for her.
Can you promise? How long does this last?
Detect thoughts last for 1 minute.
So, well, I mean, cool. But I think I just asked him if he's gonna. Can he promise? Can you promise you'll let me know if you hear from her?
He kind of nods slightly and he says, "Of course."
And am I past the point I would have detected anything at that point?
No, I mean, he's still on it, and his thoughts are the same as his voice in this point.
Okay.
He seems at least honest to himself in this moment that if he hears from her, he will tell you.
Thank you.
Now, go get some sleep, get some rest, recuperate your strength. I don't know how long this peace will last before you're called on
Audibly
again.
laugh at the word peace. Sure. Sleep sounds great.
So is there anything else any of you would like to do this evening before we call it a night?
I'll check out that place at a more appropriate time at some point. Little nighttime survey. Is that door still locked in the middle of the night?
So you walk back. You wait until after sunsets. You wait a little while longer. Fucking fly. Sorry. Anyway,
You've been caught.
I have. You wait about an hour or two after sunset, and yeah, it looks the same as it did beforehand.
I'll have another beer in that bar.
Okay. Significantly less crowded. Still crowded. Still quite a few people in there. It looks like mostly like laborers and stuff after work. Still very loud, but about a third less people than it was when you were in there before.
Okay. I'll go back and get some sleep.
Fantastic. Anyone else?
Get some trance.
There's
We're just gonna have a good meal.
Absolutely.
got two things. The first is I would like to find the general.
Easy enough. General is in the Citadel in the war room, as she usually is.
General.
Yes, Elric?
I have a request.
Let's hear it. What can I do for you?
A tower.
She kind of tilts her head to the side slightly. Go on.
We are in need of a base of operations.
And where would you propose this base of operations be placed?
That's what I've been taking some time to consider, and I was thinking perhaps Castellatri.
That is an option. My only concern is I'm not sure how frequently you will be back in Castellatri at this point. Castellatri is quite a ways away from the front line, and
Would it be more prudent or advantageous to have it maybe built here then?
more than likely, yes. I believe that being closer to the Shanian border would be more sufficient. Depending on where you go. What was there anything specific that you needed, or you just want a fucking building?
I have some ideas for the design of the tower, specifically the levels.
Absolutely. Yes, so write down your proposal, write down any kind of blueprints, and I will see what we can do. I will see if we can't get some funds allocated for this creation.
Of course. I'll get started on drawing out the idea or the schematics right away.
Fantastic. Is there anything else?
That was the only request I had.
All right, well, go get some rest. Hopefully this lull will last a little while longer, but you know how it is. Always be ready for something.
Of course.
Just kind of nods at you and lifts her glass slightly.
I do a short nod and then I take my leave.
All right.
And then I immediately go look for Misra.
Yes. She is actually in the base of the Citadel. There is a small little, for lack of a better term, almost like a library there, like a research area. A couple rows of books, and you do see her kind of sitting at this long table with a few books spread out in front of her and a small notebook and a quill, just kind of like writing out notes in this one book. hyper focused on what she's doing, does not notice you come in at all.
I don't suppose there's something I can do to help further your research.
When she hears your voice, you see her just kind of like clearly she was stuck in like this tunnel vision mindset, and when she hears your voice, she almost jumps slightly, looks up, and you see a grin on her face, and she's like, "Elric, I wasn't expecting to see you tonight."
Well, I did finally get at least most of the business I had planned taken care of.
Fantastic. Yeah, the general has me researching some potential battle strategies and potential weaknesses on the borderline to kind of try and see if we can, stave off another invasion. She kind of giggles, like nervously laughs.
Would a tower do anything to help towards the war effort?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. There's a lot of information here, and you kind of look, and she's got like these piles of books, and what you see just from glancing at them, these are like the most boring fucking text you could ever. They're like agricultural records and like land plots and all of this like extremely dry like data about any of the land that's currently bordering between Conticaria and Shan. Like you see riverbeds on this one chart that's opened up. You see another one that's talking about like bird migration patterns and shit, and it's like literally any kind of information about the topography and the flow of the land around this area that you could find.
I'm going to add a library and a laboratory to the list of floors I'm going to request.
What I could really use is maybe if you got a couple hours or 20, maybe help another set of eyes going through some of this information. See if you could see something that I don't, or at least maybe if you wouldn't mind helping me tackle some of this.
I thought you'd never ask.
I knew she was good at that.
So you pull up a seat at this table, and she kind of like hands you a stack of like there's these big thick like ledger books, and then there's like rolled maps and like parchment, like stacks of parchment, and it's all, like I said, very, very logistical data and agricultural data and geological surveys and all kinds of like all this random shit.
We're going to be poring over these tomes for a little while.
You are. You're probably going to be sitting there for quite a few hours. So.
And yeah, that's what Elric's going to be doing.
Fantastic. Anything else from anyone?
I go up to Rhett and say, I feel particularly self-loathing today. You want to go get drunk?
I always want to go get drunk.
Let's do it. And we go to the nearest pub.
Fantastic.
Cause a racket.
Easy enough. I would like both of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, God.
I'm so excited.
All right.
Oh, buddy.
$24.
21.
Fantastic. Yeah, you guys It's a
We're
long
professional
night.
drunkards.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we're professional.
The two of you drink and party well into the wee hours, and you're able to hold your liquor. You have fun. You get severely
We
plastered.
make fun of people in the small amount of infernal I know.
Absolutely, you do. So,
I would love to terrify the commoners just by speaking it,
Yeah.
making a grimacing face.
so you all, the two of you, enjoy your evening until
And everybody else hates their evening.
you're probably together well into probably dawn at this point before you stumble your way back to your rooms. The rest of you find your rest respectively, differing times depending on evening activities. Elric, you and Amisra are up probably almost as long as Orpheus and Rhett. Not nearly as much fun, though, poring over ledgers and everything, until finally you make your way back a few hours before dawn. Arnon.
Yes.
After surveying and going on your trip and everything, you find your way back to your room. You kind of unwind a little bit before entering your trance. Almost instantly, it hits you. As soon as you feel yourself fading into that trance, suddenly darkness everywhere. You feel yourself floating in an abyss. The blackness appears to fold away as these large black wings unfurl to reveal the same female angelic figure floating over what appears to be an almost Grecian plaza. Large ornate pillars surrounding a mosaic floor. The angel floats around 15 feet above you, their large golden sickle in their hand. The mouth does not move, but a booming voice fills the air. You hear them say, "Things are in motion now that cannot be undone. You have stumbled into a war much older and longer than you could possibly imagine. Titivolis has not only aligned with the Illithid who reside on your plane, as well as creatures who rule other areas in other planes, but has also begun negotiations with Levistus following his recent release from his entombment. We knew some devil was attempting to weaken the veil between planes. Now we know who. Your group has had success foiling his plans in the past. That is why I'm tasking you to continue." And with this, she slams the staff of the sickle into the floor. And from the top, you see 9 symbols burst out, circling in this circle around her head and around your head. They float around the sickle. You see a broken hand, a ship, a chalice, a brain, a horned head. Where's that? A symbol revealing a tall line with a crescent and 2 small brackets on other sides of the crescent. A lamp, a tower, and a cauldron. As the symbols spin, you hear what sounds like a cracking stone, and just then the hand, the tower, and the ship crack and fade, leaving only 6 symbols remaining.
The hand, the tower, and the ship.
Yes. Weed out Titivolus's generals. Weaken his hold on the plains. Grow your strength. And your forces for the final assault when the time is right. Just then, everything goes black again. Your eyes open and you find yourself back in your room.
Oh. That was a lot. Obviously, now you need to go to the Temple of Pelor more often.
That symbol, just so you know what it looks like, the one that I couldn't really describe very well. Let me draw it real quick.
The crescent one?
Yeah.
Line and a crescent?
It looks kind of like that, but not as crude.
Okay. I was thinking we were gonna.
Not a moon, not a crescent moon, not Sehanin.
Oh no, I was thinking more of like a sickle and hammer. Oh. That's a go after Trump's buddy.
You really have to take out the people's devil.
Putin's wanted to Titivolus's generals. What?
Please, no.
Eventually, I'm
I'd
going
rather
to be
fight
general.
you.
Eventually, I will be general.
As you come to consciousness, it's you realize that what felt like only a few moments was most of the night, as the sun is starting to creep up and the early rays of dawn are slowly creeping through your window.
Well, I'm gonna get up and go for a walk and think about that before I meet up with everybody.
Fantastic. The rest of you, maybe not Orpheus and Rhett quite yet, as you are just now finding your way to your rooms, respectively, I'd assume. Or not, whatever. I don't judge.
Roll a d20. Odd you didn't, even you did.
Anyway, the other three.
Watch out, Butch. There's going to be a quarter human running around.
Oh my god.
Gwen, Elric.
We start as drinking buddies. It's going to be all right, you know? Like
Three-quarter
right now.
There has to be an
Quarter
arc.
elf.
Give it.
Well,
Gotta give
that's
it
enough to be
time.
elf. Just elf.
Well, no, not even Elric. Elric would not be up yet either. Just Gwen and Butch. As the sun rises, the two of you come to consciousness.
I think I'm gonna go find Butch and ask him if he wants to get breakfast.
Yes, I will need a good solid meal. Enough food to last for the next 24 hours. And probably coffee for the next 24 hours. I suppose I can probably take coffee breaks. I don't know how it works. I've never casted the spell before.
I think every spell deserves a coffee break.
Yes. Especially the really long
Rest for a
ones.
spell. Am I right?
Rest for a spell.
Yes.
Morning coffee.
Easy enough to find, Butch.
Just gonna say I probably should have asked first, but I hope I didn't bother you with the talking in your head yesterday.
Oh, no. Quick readjustment. I'm fine.
Okay. feeling it out, feeling things out. And I'm not like I appreciate what you've had to go through, and I want you to know that I still love you dearly, Butch, and I'm sorry you had to go through everything and had to talk to my mom and all that. So I don't-
well,
yeah.
the amount of hell we went through was but a fraction of the hell that you were in.
Well, thank you for getting me out of it.
Absolutely. Now, let's get some eggs and oatmeal and whatever else they can put in my belly.
Finest mushroom omelet.
Fantastic. Yeah, you guys are able to
Shroom.
make your way to the tavern and fill up on a feast of breakfast meats and mushroom omelets and coffees and
3
whatever
meals
else.
worth.
About an hour or two later, and Elric, you come to consciousness.
I'm going to want to start this ritual as early as possible
Yes.
so it ends as early as possible.
I
So,
assumed basically right after breakfast. It's, an hour after dawn, and you start this ritual.
the candles are in a circle to symbolize the moon, and then there's a crescent within it.
Fantastic. Elric, as you come to consciousness.
Did Amisra and I finish?
Research.
Research. Clarity.
Oh
Elric,
my
roll a
Roll a
d20.
d20.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
Amazing.
Oh my
Did
god!
we
Phrasing.
finish? Come
It's
on.
just been, I've been waiting. Everything you've said has led up to this moment.
I'm actually slightly embarrassed that immediately I just laughing, and the first time my mic ever picked up just like
That should be a strength check to get the foot out of his mouth.
I would like to make a canon that while Rhett and I were returning from our drunk escapades, we went outside Elric's door and went, woo!
Fantastic. That is canon.
Thank you.
Oh my god!
Humans.
You got through a lot of tedium, but far from finished any kind of research or any kind of analysis of.
this was only the foreplay of your research.
Oh God.
Tedium is foreplay for them.
God. I hate that I did this.
Get busy, nerds.
I hate that they did this.
I mean, I've gotta get her breakfast, right? That's a
At least buy her dinner.
that's
Yeah, you
what you
better
do.
get her
Do I have
breakfast.
to get her breakfast?
After all that exciting tedium,
Here's some cab money.
she's going to
Oh
need
my
a cigarette too.
Find yourself a rickshaw.
Oh my god.
Did we finish the tedium?
Oh, anyway.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm going to ask. Would you like some breakfast?
That would be lovely.
I'll be right back.
Fantastic. So, Arnon, as you go out on your walk to think about things, what exactly are you doing? God damn.
No, I can't get the first sex scene from In-Betweeners out of my head. Just with Elric. You guys see that show
No.
where he's like laying flat on her and like, just pushing with his feet?
We have never seen the show, but I've gotten a gif of what you're talking about.
Yes, yes.
I hate all of you so much.
Sorry. In-Betweeners, excellent show. Check it out.
Oh,
I'm gonna go back to where everybody normally has breakfast and
Okay. So
see if
yeah,
they're there.
you would meet up with the timing wise. You would meet up with Gwen and Butch.
High mirror around.
Let's find out. No, not yet. He seems to be not doing something that's not eating breakfast.
Did Butch already leave for the temple, or is this before
This would have been
Butch went to the
Bitch.
temple?
No, this would have been before
Sorry.
Butch left for the temple. This would have been right at the same time you guys showed up.
Butch is trying to leave early, so
You see, you walk in and Arnon walks in and you just see Butch like hurriedly shoveling food in his gullet.
I just like sketch that on a napkin or something and ask him if they've seen this. Does that look familiar?
I would like Butch to roll a religion check. I would like Arnon, you can roll a history check. Gwen probably wouldn't know shit about fuck, to be
Do I
honest.
get advantage?
You
She didn't
would.
do anything up in hell.
Huh?
You would. No, you would not have.
Dirty 20.
nice. Better than me. Got a 10.
Yeah, Butch, you're not that familiar because, and Arnon, it takes you a second until Butch makes a comment about not being very familiar, that you realize that the reason why he wouldn't be familiar is because this is not... Butch, as a cleric, you are familiar with your deity, and you are familiar with the devils, and clearly the undead. This is not the symbol of a devil. This is the symbol of a demon from the abyss.
I'm also very distracted by all the food I'm eating.
Also true. Arnon, you would know that this is a general symbol that has something to do with the abyss.
General symbol.
General symbol?
Nice.
You two are going to end up in timeout.
here's
Anyway.
the thing. Which two? Because it's not only my fault.
I know.
I'm not the only. It's not only
Okay,
my fault.
You three in a row. It's Emery, Chris, and Lindsay are all going to end up in timeout.
Sorry,
I thought this whole game was
Trouble.
out.
I've been a bad boy.
Anyway,
Perfect mask for it.
I've been a bad
I've
woman.
ruined Emery. It went from he was my target audience to now I've ruined him.
Moving on. Arnon, symbol of a something that has to do with the abyss.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. Butch is in a hurry. I don't. I'm just gonna think about it some more. I don't want to.
Arnon, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. I'm gonna go hollow that temple today. So I will see you probably tomorrow morning, unless you want to come by and hang out and watch.
All right. Did you have to like concentrate real hard the whole time?
Yes,
Can we bring you snacks?
that would be wonderful. And coffee, especially after midnight.
I'll look for some
I'll come by. with
meat sundaes or something.
Sounds good. Watch, I'll get there, and and the high priestess is gonna be like, no, you were supposed to fast before this.
Oh no!
I have to reschedule the procedure now.
All right, so Butch is gonna go to the temple.
Fantastic. So, Butch, you go and you start doing your thing. About an hour right after Butch leaves, probably about... actually, it'd probably be about 15 minutes after Butch leaves, you see Elric enter.
Just Elric?
Well, did you said you were going to go get breakfast and bring it back, didn't you? Or did you invite her out to breakfast?
I did, but I can, revisit that scene.
Yeah,
and
we can.
Would you rather just come to breakfast with me?
It sounds lovely. So yeah, you see Amisra and Elric walk in.
Hi.
I'm gonna lean over to Orpheus and be like, "That's like
You guys
that's
are
like
still
sort of his
sleeping.
girlfriend."
You're still sleeping.
Like
Remember?
we're still drunk.
Okay, then I'm not
You
telling
all-
him that.
Yeah.
We're in the same room.
You
I'm
guys
not saying
just
that.
went. I mean, you might be.
I'm gonna
I don't
make
know.
a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. God. So, yeah, you see Amisra and Elric walk in about 15 minutes after Butch leaves.
And just look for a table for Amisra and I, and before actually picking one, I say, would you like to have breakfast with the rest of my team, or maybe some more one-on-one?
I mean, we can eat with them. That's fine.
Okay, we'll go eat with them.
He sounds so defeated.
A little bit.
I'm trying to move the plot along.
No, but I'm not there, so it's okay.
So is
It'll be
Elric.
easier.
Different plot.
Different plots. All right.
I'm drunk
so-
snoozing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go over to sit with Gwen, and is Arnon there?
Yes.
Okay.
Very pensive, Arnon.
So, Arnon.
It's a day ending in day, Arnon. What's new?
Jesus. Morning.
Morning.
It seems we're short 3. I know where one of them is.
Haven't seen Rhett and Orpheus surface yet today. I turned in early, so.
I'm sure it's fine.
What's
How
the
are-
in town?
How was your recovery?
Good. Moving along. Feeling more normal every day. As normal as I can feel, right?
Right. How normal are any of us anyway?
Right. How was your evening, Elric? Amisra?
Just a lot of research. That's all.
Ah,
It would be awesome if Gwen was using the mind reading spell right now.
You are not there.
that is
See, and
an
I was just
idea.
thinking, like, how cool it would be if she's like filling us in, like through her thoughts. Hey guys, come wake up. Things are happening.
Is Rhett within 60 feet of me?
No.
Oh, then I can't.
He
do
made that up. I probably am.
No, you're sleeping.
You're
in
under
your
the
room.
table.
Just passed
haven't
out
seen you yet.
Yeah,
in the bar.
Rhett's literally passed out. There's
I
drool
think-
all over the bottom, and
I think as mad as I got at Elric for casting on for when he tried to cast on me and I swatted his hawk out of the way, I am not going to detect thoughts on him. At the moment.
At the
But
moment.
that doesn't mean I won't ever. I'm gonna save it
Boo,
for
Wendy
a good
Testaburger.
time.
Boo.
oh my god.
Boo. Wendy Testaburger. Boo.
Wendy Testaburger. God damn it. Oh my god.
Boo. Wendy Testaburger. Boo. I'm not there. This is just me in your
Yeah.
head, so that's fun for you guys.
You're living there rent free. I hope you know.
I'm gonna. Do I detect anything, any tension or disappointment from Elric?
Make an
At all?
make an insight check. Does she?
Why would he?
Like
He had
a-
tedium all night.
Well, like this morning isn't going how you expected is what I might be looking.
He was showing her his tower.
I swear to God.
He was showing his
The Tower
detailed
of
tower
Tedium.
plans.
There
Elven
is
Wizard Tower play.
there is a slight bit of disappointment, but you can tell every time that Elric looks at a Misra that it has nothing to do with her.
And everything to do with you.
Speaking to his mind, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, there's a specific team member, a very specific team member. You know, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine. Definitely not with Gwen.
Okay, all right.
Might have to do with someone who ripped a door off of its hinges.
I forgot about that.
I did not forget about that.
Oh my god. Well, he's not
Elric's
here,
never
though.
gonna forget. Elric
is
is
good.
never gonna forget that.
So the
I'm gonna-
story of the elephant and the turtle.
I'm gonna.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna.
He's gonna keep you guys honest.
The weekly elephant.
And the turtle.
I'm gonna say Elric, and so he's making eye contact with me, and then I'm gonna, in my head, to him say, "Do you all need the table? Don't just knock on the table twice if you want me to get Arnon and myself out of the way."
Can I respond back in your head?
I think so.
No.
No? Are you
Nope.
sure?
Yep.
That's
I mean,
a
double
one-way
check
thing.
it, but I'm pretty sure
What
it's
is
a one-way
that?
thing.
What is that?
It's the telepathy or telepathic feat. I forget if it's which one it is. I think within 60 feet, I can talk into somebody's head.
No. Yeah,
They
your
can't talk
your
back.
communication doesn't give the creature the ability to respond.
And obviously, I'm saying it in common.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm just like, knock twice if you need us to fuck off.
I mean, presumably he could just think it and you could read it, right?
I
3 times.
That is
If I
true.
detect thoughts, but I really,
okay.
I don't want to. I'm
I
I'ma
do
hold
not
off.
give any
Keep that
indication. I do not give any indication that I want you to leave.
I'll be like, more coffee. And act like nothing happened.
I'm then going to look at Arnon and say, I can't tell if this is your usual amount of pensiveness, but for some reason it feels particularly heightened. Did something happen last night?
Yeah. We had a visitor last night.
Visitor?
Yeah. The same visitor that told me about Shadowfell.
They came to you again.
Yeah. It seems our work is not done.
What does this patron wish to add to the list?
From what I could make out, Titivolis has 9 generals and we've taken out 3.
Do you know who
3?
they were?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if that speaks well of us or ill of his ability to pick a general.
Do you know the symbol?
I don't remember that symbol in particular.
I'm still trying to figure it out. There was...
Al-
6
although-
symbols remaining, and this was one of them. There was a
It's-
lamp and a cauldron and a chalice and a horned head and a brain, which seems pretty obvious to me what the brain is.
It just so happens that one of the scrolls that we were able to get is legend lore. There might be some way to use that to get some level of information, at least until, in the interim, until Butch is finished with his ceremony.
It looks familiar to me. I know it has to do with the demon, but I am not sure which one or where to even start figuring it out. I know I've seen it before, though. It has to do with some demon lord from the abyss.
Sounds like we have some research to do.
She wanted me to go after, or go to that place that Von Zarovich was living. Can't remember the name of that city. What was the name of that city?
Is it in the Shadowfell?
Yeah, the one we found the symbol for after we dealt with those scavengers.
You mean the Shadarkai?
The city where Strad von Zarovich is holed up now.
Oh, please don't tell me it's Barovia.
Barovia, that's it.
Oh, shit.
I got the feeling the last time that she visited that we needed to go to Barovia. That's why I was arguing for it. I don't know which of these would be Strahd, but I have a feeling that one of these 6 is him.
Take
don't know.
down Vampire Lord. Got it.
Quindo. Or that Strahd one?
I'm sorry, what?
Would Gwen know what a vampire is and if Strahd was one?
I mean, you would know as much as they did about the stories of Strahd and whether and it's
Ymir mentioned a lot about it.
It's
Yeah.
been alluded to that he is a vampire.
The legend of
You like
Strahd
they didn't
Von
say the word vampire, but they piled up like garlic in a cross and a mirror and all these a coffin, and it was like, I wonder what he is. Yeah.
What he is eludes us, but here are these things.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. No pressure.
The symbols for what we have dealt with that she showed me were a broken hand, a tower, and a ship.
The hand. The hand?
A hand of Tiamat, I believe. The dragon in the tower and the Shadowfell. I can't place the ship.
What about the
That wouldn't mean the ghost ship on the plane of water, would it?
the
Well,
one
we
that just
didn't-
came back again?
Yeah,
we didn't kill that
you-
thing forever.
Yeah, no. What the hell else with a ship could we have possibly encountered? Lord,
What if
anything
the ship-
vaguely water-based.
What if the ship we burned?
I'm thinking the ship was a symbol for somebody we dealt
You
with.
would remember that while the ship did return, when Rain came back, she did mention, or they did mention that they had some help defeating her the second time because of the Topaz Dragon.
Okay, well, fuck that bitch. I mean, I think that's her.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. I couldn't figure out what ship we actually destroyed, but
Well, I can name one.
I don't remember any Lords of Evil on that ship. So the brain seems evident. And there's a demon somewhere. And a lamp, a cauldron, a chalice, and a horned head. Maybe the horned head is another devil under him. Or maybe it's him. But I got the feeling these were generals. Oh, and playful side note, Sativulus is apparently in negotiations with Levistus now that, you know, he's free. So,
Yeah.
way to go us.
I mean, any chance those negotiations go sour?
I'm sure there's always a chance. I mean, he was locked up forever at one point for something.
Who was Levistus feuding with?
It's the Lord of Dis, right?
No.
Was it
Yes. Asmodeus.
Not
Asmodeus.
Asmodeus. Oh,
Asmodeus.
shit.
Asmodeus or Asmodeus?
Asmodeus, Asmodeus, depending on who you ask.
Okay.
Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Yeah. As long as it's rocking us, then who cares?
Sorry, I had Abaddon stuck in my head because that's one that I use for my universe.
Well, if it's the wrong one, then we might end up doing a Buffy musical episode.
Oh my god.
Yes.
No.
Hopefully, we
I
do
mean-
a Scrubs musical episode if we're going to do one.
Okay, I'll
Yes.
do any
Much
musical
better.
episode. So, probably something once Butch is done, we get the gang back together. Take this to the general, right? I mean, if you're comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think she should know.
Pointedly look at Elric.
Another thing for us to have to take care of.
I mean, a chalice could be a vampire. They like to drink blood and such. I guess a cauldron might. I'm thinking a lamp might be some type of gin.
I don't suppose we can check once we've dealt with him.
Cauldron might be some witch queen or something.
Maybe you'll get another dream, and it'll just be the same thing over again, and just one more symbol gone. Conveniently.
If instead of spending 9 symbols, I like to just spend 9 names around my head,
Yeah. You have to. Maybe we can use Elric's new spell to just ask her. What the fuck?
I would not. That is a very much a no other options left.
We got time to kill.
She seems cool. I think she's been a positive influence on me.
I would like the 3 of you to roll a history check.
Oh, I don't have that spell yet. Okay.
No.
Basic
15.
history.
15. Oh, wow. We got some history majors here.
Mm-hmm.
That history is basic.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's an 11, not a 13.
I did not read about this one.
Oh, yeah. Because you're still -2. Arnon, one symbol on there sticks out to you. From your own personal experience, from all of your personal experience. The horned head looks awfully familiar to one that was decapitated in a portal closing.
Ooh. Looks like a pit fiend, huh?
Very similar.
I mean, we just saw another one of those, so.
Yes, you did. But
Did you
pit
see
fiends,
my comment on that?
They don't all look exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
Not all demons look
That's an
like.
important distinction.
The pit fiend mini on that flyby that you did looks like Hodor.
Yeah, I saw that.
I watched that video again today. I was like, oh, but that's Hodor.
I didn't make the mini, I just printed it.
I know. Yeah. I know. And that wasn't one of the ones that broke and
No,
crumbled.
because as you would know with your background, you have to kill a devil in hell.
Right.
Otherwise, they just return
in order
to
for
hell.
it to stick.
Right.
Wait, does that mean we have to go back?
Gotta
if
go
he was
back.
If he was portaling,
Go back.
if he was portaling, let's be a little rules lawyery. If he was portaling from hell, didn't half of him die in hell?
Oh,
No,
please tell me there's only half of him left.
it's
We
not.
have to
So what's
deal.
the cutoff?
We have to deal with a head
Finger is
and
through
an
the
arm.
portal. And he
It's-
loses the finger.
This is
he-
not. It's not like Stargate where the back half is still sitting there. Once he goes through the portal, he is no longer in hell. He's in like the astral plane or something. So like half of him died. His head died in the material plane. The rest of his body died in like the astral plane.
Okay.
And then it all went back to hell.
Exactly.
We can't do like a one piece shove him back in through the portal and then like as he's dying.
No.
No? Okay. It's fine.
And that's not what you did. And that was like episode 4. So
I
get
know, but I'm
fucked.
just thinking for later, you know. Maybe we can just set all this up again and Do it right.
You
this
could
time.
So
cram a grenade down his throat and then kill him, so he goes to hell and then blows up.
So, just to clarify, the symbols that you had left were a chalice, a brain, a horned head, that intricate
demon
looking
thing.
symbol, a lamp, and a cauldron.
Okay. I don't think we're gonna love lamp. I don't think so.
I hate lamp.
Maybe this is like a lamp that has Jafar in it. So it's like it's not a lamp we want.
Maybe
Or
it's the
like a Jafar
Mandela
kind of lamp.
effect. The Mandela effect lamp, and Sinbad will come out
God.
as a genie.
You know, worse
We
things
should-
could happen.
That's not a
We
thing.
should probably wake the others and let them know the revelations that we've had.
I would love to
I-
think we find our Orpheus and Rhett just like sitting up back to back, like they just fell asleep talking
Yeah.
in the
Roll.
middle of the hallway.
Oh, that's sweet.
But behind
So-
the bar.
Somebody roll me a d20. Yeah, are you three of you headed out to find them?
Albert, no.
All right. So first off, the first thing that happens
could be
is Amisra, you finish your breakfast, and she's like, "I have a lot of work to do. Please come find me if you have some free time. You know where to find me. I'll be right where I always am, fucking reading books."
Of course.
So
Sure.
You need to give that woman a massage.
Fucking
reading.
comma
Because-
reading books.
no.
Get some insight into the night last
Anyway.
night.
So the three of you head back, and you pass Elric's room, and you go down and turn the corner, and you just see Rhett and Orpheus like passed out in the middle of the hallway right there. Like they literally right after the woo, they ran around the corner and basically just fucking drunkenly passed out right there.
Jumble of limbs.
Drunkenly slash how toddlers operate.
Yeah.
Like just in normal life.
Exactly.
Is one of them holding a tree in a pot?
No, but Elton actually like you know, made himself a pillow underneath my head because he was very concerned.
So you see the two of them just like fucking passed out on the middle of the floor.
I'm gonna attempt to kick one of their boots to wake them up.
If that doesn't work, I'm gonna yell into their minds.
Oh, my god.
It doesn't work. Yell into our minds.
I'm
Oh, no.
I'm not gonna yell. I'm just gonna try to get into your head, Brett, first. and just say, Brett, hey, Brett. Then I'm gonna kick Orpheus hard.
Well, I mean, you're barking in my brain, so I'm gonna bark back because I'm probably still a little drunk.
I expect nothing less. But you're doing it out loud.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Yeah.
So
Anybody else's mouth as dry as mine?
I'm gonna hand him some water.
Orpheus,
thank
you since you are the only human here, you take a point of exhaustion for not fulfilling a full night's rest.
Oh, I
Rhett,
just take my
since
full
you only
rest.
had 4 hours of your rest, you are good. You're fine.
I was gonna say that's like a normal Lindsay rest in
Yeah.
life. So like, I mean, that sounds refreshing.
And
That's
also,
something I have to adjust to my character sheet.
yeah, I'll add it for you.
Thank you.
Why not?
But I believe half elves, you still only have to take 4 hours.
Can
Correct.
lesser restoration help with exhaustion?
I think it's only greater.
Double check that. There. You have 1 level of exhaustion, which just means disadvantage on ability checks.
No, that's greater.
Half elves technically do not trance like regular
Oh, they
elves.
don't. We've been doing that wrong. Then you would take a level of exhaustion as well, Lindsay.
That's super rude.
Hey,
The
everyone.
thing is we're spending the next day in town, which has got like 22 hours left of his ritual. And then he's going to be exhausted. This is
That is
fine.
true. He is going to get a level of exhaustion this coming
Well,
evening.
could we let him sleep into the afternoon?
I mean, you could, yes. He would have a level of exhaustion until he went to bed and did a full night's rest
Okay.
after his 24 hours. But if he finishes, let's say he got there at 7, so then he could finish the thing by 7 and then go take his rest. So, you kick awake these 2 drunkards.
All right.
Fucking
What's
fly.
up? What's going on?
Well, you're sleeping in a hallway.
We're
So-
sleeping in a hallway.
And you rudely woke us up.
We were
Yeah.
sleeping.
What time
here.
is it right now?
Rhett, roll for clothes check. No, I'm just kidding.
Like I was like, okay, what am I rolling? And I'm like, oh, Jesus, all right.
that.
Just kidding. It's at this point you're probably looking at like 8-9 a.m.
Oh, whoops.
Uh,
Oh, sorry.
alchemy jug is full of coffee.
Let's
Drink
do this. Give me.
Yep. Both of you get coffee. You're probably going to want to join us for food.
Oh shit, yeah. That sounds great.
And
Yep.
then,
I don't think
wanna
food's a
do
good
that.
idea for me.
assuming they can stomach the side of food, or Orpheus can stomach the side of food, give them an update on what Arnon told us as we come back. Once
Yep.
Butch is done, we'll probably have to talk to the general again, if you want to, Arnon.
Is the room shaking for anyone else?
Might I suggest exercising restraint?
Exercising
Talking to the
sounds
general
terrible.
or shaking the room. I mean, yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. I'm gonna.
Before we...
Nope.
Oh,
No. Go ahead.
okay. I was gonna say, before we discuss potentially taking down a vampire lord in his native plane,
Wait, a what?
Wait, what if we just give him some of our blood and he'll be drunk, like before we fight him?
Maybe we just wait and
You
and
all
we
lost me
do
at
this.
vampire.
Yeah, maybe we give them the rundown when they're up to snuff. You know.
I'm not sure if getting a copy of The Rock's The Rundown would really be very helpful for me right now, but I'm open to watching it for a hangover day. So,
Let's do a hangover day, Rhett.
I'm going.
okay, cool.
I'm still not 100%.
I'm going to
either.
need help. Gwen, Rhett.
Yes. Uh-huh.
I'm going to need help copying these spells into my book.
Oh yes. That I can help with. Guide.
As long as, can I sit down while I do it?
Yes, you can sit down. Orpheus, at some point you're going to need to eat something. Maybe, take some time.
What? stop doing that so many
I
times?
don't know. It did it like 7 times.
I want to put it on hour. Though.
All right. Is that what we're doing? Are we transcribing spells now?
Yep.
All right. Are you bardically inspiring him, Rhett?
I am, but it's like really lazy. So I'm just like,
Love it.
I'm like, listen. You play it. And then I just hand him my mandolin.
I love
I'm like,
it.
but no, you got it. You're going to be really good at it. I'm like in that in between where I'm still a little drunk, but I'm starting to feel sick. So like, that's where I'm at.
All right. So, which one are you going for first?
The first one is going to be skill empowerment.
Fantastic. You need a intelligence check, DC 15.
Is that Arcana?
Yeah, sorry,
Or-
Arcana. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
Okay, so guidance.
Oh, easily. You got it. Without an issue, you're able to transcribe that spell, and the spell scroll stays intact. So you now know skill empowerment.
Wonderful.
What's-
I'm going to immediately use that spell, skill empowerment, to give myself expertise in Arcana.
Fantastic. So that's double your proficiency bonus from here on out. What are you going for next?
Okay. The next one is going to be, let's see, animate objects.
Fantastic. DC 15 as well. $19 plus, I mean,
19.
plus what's your proficiency 4, right? At this
Oh,
level?
that was, I added the.
Oh, you added it in? All
Yeah.
right. Fantastic. Perfect. Yeah, that's without an issue. Animate object is now transcribed.
All right.
What is...
And next is going to be contact other plane.
Okay. Still DC 15.
Okay.
And you are still guided. Fucking 19 again. Yep. Good.
Nice.
All right. Next one is going to be legend lore.
Okay. Even with that, 16 is good. You basically only have to roll a fucking natural 1 at this point. All right, so all of your 5th level ones are good. So what are you doing next?
Okay. Next one is going to be Evard's black tentacles.
All right, so this is.
Do you
going-
want bardic inspiration for that again?
He still hasn't used it yet, so he still has it.
Oh, okay. Just kidding.
This would be a. I think that's a 4th level spell, so this would be DC 14.
DC 14. No nat 1. No nat 1.
Yep, you're good.
No us.
And then blink.
Mm-hmm. This would be a DC 13. Easily enough.
And then alarm.
Ooh. 33. Alarm. Fucking, you know that spell real well.
Inside and out. And last but not least, fog
That's a
cloud.
fun. Fog cloud.
Yeah, you're good.
We need a
Oh
fog
my
cloud
gosh.
for when you guys speedstorm.
I'm gonna go get some fresh air. I'll be right back.
I take it none of those spells was
Hey,
amulet
bring
shaped.
bring me some back.
Yeah, none of those spells were amulet shaped. All right. So,
And that handles that.
after you transcribe those spells, is there anything else any of you would like to accomplish right now?
I mean, I think we're just gonna wait for Butch and then go talk to the general.
All right.
I'll take him a meat Sunday or two.
Okay. So, we'll go ahead and say that through this day, Butch, you're able to complete your ritual through sustenance delivered by your friends.
I'm fine if it turns out it's 24 hours of constant ritual, because that would represent the sacrifice that's
Right.
required.
Yeah. You're either way, one way or the other, you're able to complete it, and it goes through until the next morning, about 7 a.m. the next morning. You are one level of exhaustion, but
That's fine.
you can head directly to bed after that if you would like.
Straight to bed.
Through that day, I would assume at some point, Rhett and Orpheus find a full night's sleep. So, if there is nothing else, that is where we will end it for the day. And we will see you all again next Tuesday. One more session before our live in-person sitting around a table, rolling real dice. Next Friday, the 26th, I think, is Friday.
Yep. Where hopefully we will not roll a hellish number of natural ones.
It's a good thought. Let's keep it that way.
Cross
either
your
way,
fingers.
we will see you all next week here, Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern, regular time. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Follow us on the TikToks, the Twitters, the Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Trovo, Kick, Twitch, all of that. And we will see you all next week. Have a fantastic night.
Bye bye.